These are 10 insanely cool effects inside DaVinci Resolve, and you don't need plugins or presets. But here's the secret. Most people use these wrong, or worse, they throw them on a clip and call it done. In this video, I'm gonna show you how to actually use each one to level up your visuals, make your edits pop, and then add that cinematic edge without going over the top. Whether you're working on a music video, short film, YouTube B-roll, or just experimenting, these are the kinds of effects that grab attention and make people stop scrolling. So let's start with the first one, and don't skip ahead, because the last few are the most underrated tools in DaVinci Resolve. Edge Detect. This effect is perfect for music videos or stylized transitions, and it's just getting started. Edge Detect strips down your image to its core lines and contours, turning motion into high contrast graphics, like a living wireframe. It's bold, trippy, and perfect for sci-fi overlays, stylized intros, or music videos that need that illustrated punch. So hold down Option on a Mac, Alt on a Windows, and drag your clip up to the next video track to duplicate it. Then we're gonna go to the Effects tab on the left, go to Open Effects, and we're gonna search for Edge Detect. Go ahead and drag that to the top video of your timeline. Then click the video, head over to the Effects tab in the upper right-hand side. Make sure you click on the Video tab and zoom in to get that cool expanded lines look. Then we're gonna go down to Composite mode and choose Screen. Now we're gonna head back to the top, go ahead and click on the Effects icon so you can see all of the parameters for the Edge Detect. And we're gonna adjust the width, the brightness, gamma, and the blur a little bit to get the exact look that you're looking for. Now, if you prefer to have a single color look, you can go up to the mode toggle at the very top and change it from RGB edges to grayscale edges. Go ahead and click the color box and choose whatever single color that you want, and that's it. This one's pure digital destruction. Glitch scrambles your footage with static, distortion, and color separation, perfect for music videos, hacker vibes, or aggressive edits that demand attention. So with your footage on the timeline in the edit page, we're gonna go to the Effects panel on the left, scroll down to Effects, and then we're gonna search for Digital Glitch. Go ahead and drag that on top of your video clip, and that's it. You've got a pretty awesome animated glitch effect. Now, if you want to make any changes, you can go to the inspector on the right, choose the Effects tab, and then adjust the glitch position, the width, the height, and chroma scale to get the perfect glitch for your project. The mirror effect lets you create a surreal double world look perfect for drone shots, wide landscapes, or anything with strong symmetry. With just a few clicks, you can flip your footage, bend reality, and create something that feels bold, cinematic, and strangely hypnotic. Okay, once again, we're going to go to the Effects panel, go to Open Effects, and then search for Mirrors. Go ahead and drag it to your video in the timeline, and you can see it instantly mirrors your footage. Now we're gonna head over to the Inspector and click the Effects tab. Drag the angle slider all the way to the left to -90, and then we're gonna head back up to the Video tab at the top, and we can adjust the Y position to get your footage lined up perfectly at the center. There you go. The Morph effect is pure visual magic, blending two shots together like they're shape-shifting into each other. Now, if your clips have a similar frame, subject, or motion, you can create a smooth cinematic transformation that feels almost supernatural. So place two videos next to each other on the timeline. Now, we're gonna put a transition between them, so it's important that they are cut at the end and the beginning of the next so that they have enough frames. Now we're gonna head back to the Effects panel and look in the video transitions. Grab the transition called Smooth Cut and put it right in the middle between the two video clips. Now you can adjust the transition duration to get the exact timing that you want. Now we can adjust some parameters of the transition by clicking it, and then we head up to the inspector on the top right and choose the Transition tab. So make sure that the mode is set to Better. Be sure to check Speed Warp, and then depending on the look you're going for, I would recommend setting the ease to In and Out. And there you go. Anamorphic lens flares. This effect simulates the iconic streaks from real anamorphic lenses, the ones you've seen in everything from sci-fi epics to emotional dramas. They're perfect for night scenes, headlights, or any bright source of light. First, we're gonna head over to the color page, go to the Effects tab and search for Glow, drag it onto your node. Then we're gonna start in the composite type and set it to Screen. This will pull the bright lights down just a bit in the highlights. Then we're gonna move the HV ratio slider completely to the right to get that horizontal light streak that anamorphic lenses are known for. Now adjust the gain and gamma sliders to get the look that you want. And finally, go ahead and choose whatever color you want for your light. If you're looking for that iconic anamorphic light that you've seen in dozens of blockbuster movies, I suggest going with a blue color, sort of like this. Now go ahead and adjust the saturation and you're done. So real quick, if you're getting anything out of this so far, hit that like button and drop a comment below. It seriously helps the algorithm push this out to more creators like you. All right, back to it. Inject chaos, urgency, or realism with camera shake. Whether you're simulating handheld cam energy, recreating an action scene, or giving your footage a jolt of impact, this effect delivers instant intensity. All right, so with our clip in the timeline, let's head over to the color page. In the effects panel on the top right, we're gonna do a search for camera shake, and then we're gonna drag it onto your note. Now adjust the motion and speed scale. And with just these settings, you have a really awesome handheld style footage. But in the settings, you can see there's tons of control for any kind of shake. I suggest pulling each slider to the left and the right pretty far while your footage plays, just so you can see what it does. And then it's super easy to reset those settings by double-clicking the settings name on the left. Go ahead, have fun. Light rays create stunning beams of light that spill through windows, break through clouds, or shine from behind subjects, all customizable. Add instant drama, depth, and atmosphere to your scene with just one effect. So with your footage in the timeline, go to the effects panel, open effects, and then search for light rays. Go ahead and drag that onto your video clip and then head to the effects menu up in the inspector at the top right. I like to change the composite type to screen to get a little better roll off of the highlights. Now we're going to change the direction of the light rays using the X and Y axis in this position drop down. In the appearance drop down, you can increase or decrease the length and softness. Now go ahead and adjust the amount of brightness and gamma. And finally, choose any color you want your light rays to be by clicking the color swatch. Go ahead and adjust the saturation slider for a perfect blend, and you're all set. Super slow motion lets you stretch out time, revealing epic detail in every frame. It's perfect for action shots, water splashes, or dramatic cinematic moments. Even if you didn't film in slow motion, DaVinci Resolve can create jaw-dropping slow motion when paired with optical flow and smart retiming. All right, so we're gonna right-click on your clip and choose Change Clip Speed, and we're gonna go crazy. We're gonna choose 15 or 20%. Now your footage has totally been slowed down, but the clip is the same length that it was when you brought it down there, so we have to go ahead and adjust it so that way we can see the whole clip or the parts that we want slow motion. Now we're going to select the clip and we're going to go to the inspector panel on the top right, down towards the bottom, click on Retime and Scaling, and in the retime process, choose Optical Flow. In Motion Estimation, choose Enhanced Better or AI Speed Warp Better. And just know that this is super tough to render, so you might want to head right up here to Playback, Render Cache, Smart. So this will allow Resolve to create renders of effects like this in the background, so you can go ahead and play through your timeline at normal speed. Drop Warp creates a surreal bending distortion around fast motion, like a shockwave rippling through space. Now it's not just for transitions, you can use it mid-action to amplify movement. The result? Instant energy, stylized power, and visual punch. This effect is super easy and totally overlooked because it's actually a pre-built transition. So with our clip in the timeline, we need to find a part with big movement. So use your playhead to find a spot that looks good, and then we're going to select the razor blade tool. We're going to go ahead and cut the clip on the action, and be sure to choose the arrow tool again so you don't accidentally cut anywhere else later. Now we're going to go head over to the effects panel. We're going to go down to video transitions, and this time we're going to search for drop warp. All you have to do is drop it between the two clips because it is a transition. And if you found you didn't really get the timing right, remember that the edit points are also selectable. So just hover your mouse over the cut point like that until you see the arrows pointing both directions. And then you can click and you can drag your cut point to a better place that makes the timing look better. Film damage simulates the imperfections of old school film projection, like scratches, jitter, flicker, and grain to give your footage a raw, analog vibe. Perfect for music videos, retro edits, or flashback sequences, this effect adds texture, grit, and personality to otherwise clean digital footage. Whether you're going full vintage or just want a touch of realism, film damage is a powerful aesthetic tool that instantly changes the mood. So with your footage on the timeline, go ahead and head over to the effects panel on the left, scroll down to Open Effects, and search for Film Damage. Go ahead and drag it onto your clip, and without making any change, it already looks pretty great. But let's head over to the inspector and make sure to click on the Effects tab. We're going to adjust the film blur and temperature shift to make the footage look even more damaged. And then in the Add Vignetting dropdown, we're going to adjust the focal factor. That looks pretty cool. You can adjust the dirt density, size, and blur. And then you can even adjust the width and position of your scratch. And if you want more scratches, you can just enable them and adjust the settings to taste. And that's it. Well, that's all 10, but I'm just getting started. If you want even deeper breakdowns on these or want to see exactly how I use them in my own edits, I've got full tutorials for each one here on the channel. I'm dropping tons of these, and they're all built to make you a faster, better editor without wasting your time. So pick one, play around, and see what you can create. I'll see you in the next one.